Hey everyone, welcome to my channel, or welcome back to my channel. This is Living in Colorado Springs and I am Alicia Armendariz. Today's video is going to be over the area of Black Forest here in Colorado Springs. A lot of people are driven to this area because with it comes a lot of privacy, a lot of land possibly, a lot of customization, and just a wide range in home prices. There is something for everybody if Black Forest is for you. This is definitely more of a lifestyle area than it is just you need somewhere to live. So if you have any questions over anything that I mentioned today, please feel free to reach out to me. I am a licensed broker here in the state of Colorado, and I would love to help you with your real estate needs and answer those questions. And also, if you could, hit that subscribe button and bell so that you can get notified when I make new videos each week on everything that is living in Colorado Springs. So I just want to mention that Black Forest is not its own little town. It's not technically a neighborhood. It is the description of an area of terrain here on the northeast side of Colorado Springs. Black Forest is just that. It is a very large forested area that has huge, thick Ponderosa pine trees. Now, I have kind of mentioned this area a little bit before in some of my other videos like Monument. Monument does kind of sit parallel to Black Forest, but for the most part, this is just a large forested area here in town that has been attracting a lot of people over the decades for a lot of different reasons. First off, you can find this area that's going to sit just slightly east of Highway 83. Highway 83 is originally powers through Colorado Springs, but then as you kind of make your way between that Colorado Springs and Denver area, that road is Highway 83. Black Forest kind of sits just to the east of it and kind of makes its way east and north towards some of the more rural areas of Colorado like Peyton, Falcon, Calhan, things of that sort. But Black Forest has been attracting a lot of people more so because of the privacy. In my opinion, the privacy that you can get out there is like no other. You don't need a bunch of fences. You don't need a bunch of walls. There are a few gated communities that are popping up in the last couple of years and continue to pop up, but for the most part, you are just going to find a lot of privacy on your land here in Black Forest. The majority of the lots in Black Forest do start around the 5-acre mark. Some are going to be a little bit smaller, around the 3.5, but on average you can find most lots to be 5 acres and then up from there. You're also going to find that a lot of these lots have well water, which for a lot of people they find that to be a pro because Colorado has been seeing water prices on the rise. So buying a home with a well is not a big deal as long as you and I do our due diligence, which I always do. Purchasing a home with a well is actually usually no issue. When it comes to the homes out there, you're going to find a lot of customization. A lot of people have been attracted to this area for, like I said, many years, over the decades. People have probably been moving out there since the 40s and 50s. Colorado Springs was nowhere near as it is big now as it was back then. We are starting to see Colorado Springs kind of expand and start to overflow into Black Forest, but a lot of people have just been moving out there since back in the day, and therefore you're going to find a lot of smaller modular homes, a lot of small cabin homes. You're going to find kind of some mid-level homes, maybe 2 or 3 beds, up to 5 or 6 beds, and then you're definitely going to see there is a luxury section that is popping out in Black Forest where everything is going to be over $1 million and obviously going to be customized. So number of beds, bath square footage is kind of whatever you make it. With that being said, expect to find homes that kind of start around the $400,000 mark and then make their way up into the $3.2 million mark. You're also going to notice that these home prices don't really have distinctions in the area except for those newer communities that are popping up, but it is not uncommon to find a home that is, maybe reselling for $500,000 a quarter mile or within a mile radius of a $1 million home. Like I said, there's a lot of customization out there. There's not really a whole lot of rules. This is more of a lifestyle area than anything and attracts those that just want some space from the hustle and bustle of city life. Things to note though, if you are going to purchase a home in the Black Forest area, Definitely know that that area does sit at a higher elevation than the rest of Colorado Springs. Colorado Springs already sits at 6,300 feet above sea level, and the majority of Black Forest sits at 7,300 feet above sea level. So definitely expect to get a lot more snow come wintertime. They do have plows out there, but there are a lot of secondary roads that are still dirt roads, and you're just going to have to kind of coordinate with your neighbors for the most part to see, who plows. Is it going to be your turn, my turn? Does our little subdivision actually have somebody that comes out and plows? So I would just expect to definitely have more snowfall stick to the ground than you would find in town here in Colorado Springs. Also expect to find, because the area is so forested with those Ponderosa pine trees, some of these older homes are not going to have air conditioning. You by all means can install your own air conditioning unit, swamp cooler, central air, what have you. But a lot of the older homes just don't have air conditioning because they get so much shade coverage year round from those trees. When it comes to major shopping, you may have to drive about 15-20 minutes, kind of maybe somewhere into the Monument area or down south. But you can expect to find a few little shopping centers off of some of the main drags that run through Black Forest. They're gonna maybe consist of 10 different businesses, anything from like an insurance guy to a vet clinic, a liquor store, a Subway, something kind of small like that. There are a few of those that pop up in the area, but if you're looking for major shopping center, a large local grocery store, you are gonna have to travel about 15-20 minutes, but you're going to be also traveling on a major road. So for the most part during the wintertime, those should be plowed and should have little congestion. In 2013, the area did experience a massive wildfire. It burned about 500 homes and about 15,000 acres of Black Forest. Since then, a lot of the vegetation and trees have grown back, but you're definitely going to see still scattered areas where it was burnt. Homeowners went back in when they rebuilt their home. They did not plant trees, or developers have now gone into the area and kept those areas clear as they're building new roads and homes and what have you. That's kind of a cool aspect to just Black Forest itself. You have the option of living with a lot of privacy in those thick forested areas, or you kind of have the option to be on a flat rolling hill with meadows, if you will. The whole area kind of just goes through that phase of still a lot of vegetation versus some of the burned affected areas. You're definitely going to notice this a lot in the 3 open spaces that consist within Black Forest. 2 of them have been around for a while, and that is Black Forest Regional Park and then also Fox Run Regional Park. Recently, they opened up a new park, Prairie Open Space Trails, which is going to be just about 385 acres of open space, but also trails that run kind of through that previously burnt section. Fox Run is a little bit smaller park. It has a gazebo, it has a pond for fishing, it has about 4 miles worth of trails. Fox Run is actually one of my favorite parks because it does have an off-leash dog park, which is awesome for my pups because my pups are kind of prone to getting sunburned. So that's just a really great dog park for them because, like I said, it just has a ton of shade and that's beneficial year round. Because Black Forest is so vast, it does actually sit within 3 different school districts. One of them being Academy District 20, which you guys hear me talk about a lot, is definitely one of our most popular school districts here. Besides District 20, it does sit in Falcon 49 and then also Lewis Palmer 39. All good school districts, all for their own reasons, but the fact that you have 3 school districts to choose from is just huge. So I just want to wrap up by saying if you are interested possibly in a Black Forest and start doing your own research online, most likely the neighborhoods that are going to pop up when you're doing your research is going to be Cathedral Pines, High Forest Ranch, and King's Deer. Those are probably just going to be the more popular ones because they're a little bit newer and they just kind of sit at a higher price point. High Forest Ranch is actually in a gated community, and you can find that in one of my other videos here in gated communities. Go check that one out if you're interested. But Cathedral Pines also has a lot of beautiful customization and a lot of large acreages per lot. And then King's Deer is also just really well known here in Colorado because King's Deer Golf Course. King's Deer Golf Course is a beautiful course. That is a really long course actually, but the homes that kind of sit within there not only surround the golf course and that flat, beautiful rolling hills type of terrain, but then also kind of where a lot of the Ponderosa trees are kind of bordering also the golf course. So you just have a lot of diversity within King's Deer. Also kind of with the price point. The price point is on the higher end of upper 700s, but your terrain, your views, your just overall landscaping, you have a lot more options versus some of the other areas in town. Well, there you go, you guys. It's really hard to pinpoint exactly what Black Forest is because so many different parts of it offer such a different variety of lifestyle. Like I said, overall though, I think if you are drawn to this area, it's probably because you just want your own space. You just want to be not on top of your neighbor. You just maybe want a little bit of land and some beautiful views. So I would definitely look into it, but I am going to be making future videos on those particular neighborhoods. Cathedral Pines, we have a new development popping up. Winsome is looking like it's going to be beautiful. Black Oats Homes. That builder is out there right now. They're kind of new, so I definitely am going to be checking them out. But overall, if you guys do have any questions over Black Forest, anything else I mentioned, or just the home buying process, please feel free to reach out to me. Again, I am a licensed broker here in the state of Colorado, and I would love to help you with your real estate needs. And if you could, please hit that subscribe button and bell so you get notified when I make new videos each week on everything that is living in Colorado Springs.